let's talk about Kiffles. These are just little bits of heaven. Now, I was unfamiliar with the Kiffle until I had one here at QVC. And once I had one, I had 7 because they are that delicious. You get 30 pieces in this Kiffle Pastry Assortment. So beautiful, flaky, tender pastry is filled with beautiful, robust fruit filling, creamy nut filling. These are delightful. Warm them slightly, eat them room temperature, eat them chilled. People eat them all different kinds of ways. Just eat them because they are really fantastic. I do want you to know that you may order a 10 of 30 of these in all apricot, filled with a beautiful apricot filling. You can also order them with a prune filling. You can order them with a raspberry filling, or finally a walnut filling. I beg your pardon. I was thinking it was a choice because they are listed as a choice on my card. All right, so you get all of them. So you will get the apricot, the prune, the raspberry, and the walnut cream. I apologize, my mistake. So we're delivering these either now or 3/22, and there is no auto delivery on this. Now, we're going to bring in Nick from the Kiffle Kitchen, and I'm going to ask Nick to pronounce his last name for me because it's got a lot of consonants in there, and I'm going to struggle with it. So, Nick, talk to us about that. Tell us your last name, sir.
Absolutely. How's it going, David? The last name is Koshalek, pronounced Koshalek.
Nick, I'll call you Nick. All right, so
that works. All right, David.
Nick, forgive the confusion there. You are giving us a sampling in this Kiffle assortment. So
you're absolutely
apricot,
right.
prune, raspberry, and the walnut. Tell us about the Kiffle, its history, what it is. I can just tell you that these are delicious.
Absolutely, David. Well, Kiffle is an authentic Eastern European pastry made from butter and cream cheese. And what makes our Kiffle so delicious, David, is the fact that we're making each and every one of these the old-fashioned way with a wooden rolling pin. Our bakers come in after my brother mixes the dough 100% from scratch, hand roll to the perfect thinness, and then we're filling them with our 4 most popular gourmet fillings we brought with us today, which include the apricot, the walnut, raspberry, and a prune, which is a sweet lekbar, which is a sweet prune butter. Again, family owned and operated. My mother started it since 1985. My brother Chris, my dad's in it. We're all involved every day making the final product come out, and so you can enjoy it.
Oh my goodness. And I will tell you, the first time I had these, I mean, they looked great to me. But then when I had them, I came to understand just what all the excitement was about. First of all, this pastry is so flaky, it's multiple layers, lightly sweet, and then you get this robust and gorgeous filling inside. This is the apricot. You also have the prune, you have the raspberry, and then that walnut. And Nick, the walnut is more like a walnut cream. It's almost like a nut butter, isn't it?
It really is, David. And the nice thing with our walnut filling, we actually source our walnuts directly from California. We're going to get them in. We hand grind them in our facility so we can control the amount of walnuts that are going to be in there. You're going to actually taste the walnuts. Too many bakeries put too much sugar in to kind of fill the flavor. Here you can see it as well. You're really going to taste that walnut when you bite into it.
Oh, it's amazing. And every flavor is just as delicious as the one, if not more than the one you had before. Now, let me also tell you that this is something that is really very special. You're going to love the tins. And the tins are really old-fashioned, aren't they, Nick?
They are, yes. Their tins are nice. The nice thing with them is it keeps them, we're shipping everything fresh to you, so we're not shipping it frozen. So it's coming fresh in the tin, which preserves it nicely. You can see the bubble wrap we put in there, so you get each and every one not broken. They're coming fresh. You can sit them on your counter for 7 to 10 days, or they do freeze great for up to 6 months, David. So if you have anything coming up, birthdays or anything, we have Easter obviously right around the corner. They come fresh, ready to eat, pop them right out and enjoy them.
Now, can you heat them if you want to, Nick?
I wouldn't really recommend it. It's such a delicate pastry that I probably would not heat them. I'm sure some people have it in the past. It's not going to technically ruin it per se, but they're just so delicate and flaky with the butter cream cheese dough that we use that I would recommend room temperature.
Okay, fair enough. I was going to do them 3 seconds in the microwave, but if you say no, no. All right, so this is what's amazing. These are going very, very quickly, and it's our only order of the season. I have 1,100 now that can ship immediately, 1,100 that can ship on 3/22. You're getting all 4 flavors in this pack-up, 30 in total. So you get a collection of apricot, prune, raspberry, and walnut. Now, before you turn up your nose at prune, because I think it's easy to do sometimes. Prune is a really delicious fruit. And it kind of gets a bad rap because we think about prune juice and we think about all that business. Prune is really delicious. It's got bright, bold flavor. It's a fruit, so you're going to really enjoy the great flavor along with that sweetened cream cheese pastry and butter. Yeah, that one. So this is what it's all about. Don't miss out on these. They're really fantastic. Nick, you're located in the Lehigh Valley of Pennsylvania. Is that correct?
We are, yes, right outside of Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and it's called Bath, but not too far from where you're at right now.
Exactly, but that area really indigenous to this kind of pastry, right? Or this
really
pastry is indigenous to that area, right?
Yeah, the whole Lehigh Valley area. We're kind of, with help from you guys, we've been bringing it to the nation, which is awesome. I love being able to share my mom's story of starting this when she was in 1985 when I was 3 years old. Me and my brother in the basement. She was a stay-at-home mom at the time, just kind of watching over me and my brother Chris, looking to make some extra money. And fast forward 35, 36 years now, and look where we are, look where we've come. And the key is we're still making them the exact same way she did out of her basement. Good old-fashioned wooden rolling pin. You're going to taste that quality when you bite into it, David.
Well, and now you got children of your own. Are they old enough to enjoy Kiffles?
They are. They're actually right next door to the neighbors, probably watching me right now. But they're 8. It's Jade and Sage. They're 8 and 4.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Well, these are now half gone, Nick, and so many people are excited that they can order these for immediate delivery, but I have fewer than 700 left that can ship right now. I have 800 that can ship on 3/22, and
That's
a
right.
credit card order will ensure that these arrive before Easter. I mean, Nick, I would imagine you grew up with these kinds of treats in an Easter basket, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, when you work around them every single day, I always say to my workers and everyone, I'd rather probably have a big steak, but not to say I don't taste test them, obviously, but some of the steak you've had on there today looks fantastic.
Oh,
But
well, there
yes,
you go.
I definitely have a space in my heart for these here, and I love enjoying them with the nation now, and especially QVC. It's awesome.
Oh, it's so exciting because, we can take a regional treat and delicacy and make it available to folks nationwide. And I'll tell you, a lot of these nationwide foodies are snapping this up today because I believe, Sean, you said over half gone? Well over half gone. We brought in 3,000 tins. I have 500 that can ship right now and 600 that can ship on March the 22nd. And there is no auto delivery on these. Remember, Nick, I believe you said all of these are handmade. Is that right?
Yes, our bakers come in every day after my brother makes the dough from scratch, hand roll them with a good old-fashioned wooden rolling pin that your Baba would use out of her kitchen. And it really comes down to the technique, the process. We're doing it the same way my mom did back in 1985. She's still up there as well. But yeah, you hand roll them to the perfect thinness, and then the gourmet fillings are just you get the tanginess of the apricot filling, for example, with the sweet butter cream cheese, the raspberry filling, that's a big favorite, a little tartness, the deep dead European style. Red raspberry, deep red. And then one of our favorites is the walnut. Everybody loves the walnut because we really bring out the walnut flavor or the walnut pastry
And
filling there.
This is a cream cheese butter pastry.
That it is. Yes, it is.
Stop it. That's
That'll
what I'm
get you
talking
moving,
about.
right?
Everybody needs to get, they are tender and flaky, and the fillings are great and generous. Nick, it's a great pleasure to have you here. Take care of that good family of
Awesome.
yours. You all be safe, okay, buddy?
Absolutely. Thanks again, David.
Nice to see
Grills in
you.
a little.
So we began with 3,000 of these for the show. I have 300 that can ship right now, 400 that can ship out on March 22nd. We're going to check in with Mary, I believe, who's got a reminder about something to share with you.
David's pick of the show is